game is gonna be something else. Can you hear me just fine, Ashley, or is the noise too loud? Because I know the background... Okay, good. Because the background noise is, like, really, really loud, so it's creepy. In my headphones, it sounds ultra loud. So I didn't know how loud it was for everybody else. Okay, so you watched me play this. But if anyone else jumps in, they haven't. But I'm going to let you all make the decisions, so it's gonna be great. I'm not scared. Oh no, the whole time I was playing it the first time, I was like, he's gonna, like, I don't know, force me to open them or something, but surprisingly. Alright. Oh, the icon changes. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Ooh. No, I'm not gonna load. I'm just gonna start. Oh yeah, that's right. It starts off with them. I'm gonna open you guys up on my phone just because it's easier for me. I have it open on screen, but it's kind of a pain in the butt sometimes when I have it open on my actual computer because I get distracted by it in the background. Alright, cool. It's getting late. Sure. My eyelids have begun to feel heavy. I better go to sleep. Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead. You do that. I leave aside the book I've been reading and look out my window. The process of falling asleep is always a struggle against noise. Barking dogs, police sirens, or even my own intrusive thoughts, or those crickets in the background. You hear that? Super loud. But not even the turning gears of my brain are producing much sound. Tonight is just oddly quiet. Quiet. Too quiet. Yeah, too quiet. Yeah, I don't like it when it's ultra quiet. I play the TV when I sleep, so I can't have too much silence or it drives me crazy. I feel restless. My sight veers towards the hallway outside my door. The distance between my room and the opposite wall is only 10 steps long. Let me check something real quick. Okay, good. I'd know since I've made a habit of counting them whenever I go out. That's something I don't do. I probably should. I mean, what if someone throws, like, pepper in my face? It's like, alright, how many steps to the door? 1, 2, 3. Absent-mindedly, but always. I don't know why. Maybe I just like being aware of my surroundings to the smallest details. But tonight is different. The hallway looks like it stretches into nothingness, like the throat of a gargantuan beast. Logical thinking cries that it's just my imagination. There can't be anything wrong or different about it. It's just a hallway. But... oh, and that, I can't sleep with my door open either. No thanks. I don't want to look at it. So I take a deep breath and close my eyes. In my room, there's a bed. In my room, there's a wardrobe. In my room, There's pictures framed on the wall. My room is a part of myself. It's a world I know like the back of my hand. Were someone to blindfold me and ask me to find my way around, I'd do so without the slightest difficulty. As long as nothing changes, having my eyes closed makes no difference. In this room, I can always find what I want to find, because in this room, I know how everything looks. Yeah, I don't. If someone was like, find your way out of your room, I'd be like, I don't know. Probably gonna die because I have no idea where I am. It's like, great. I need to wake up early tomorrow. I should really try to sleep. Well, yeah, now that you've psyched yourself out, totally. You should definitely try to sleep. Oh yeah. What's that sound? Are those footsteps? No, that's impossible. It must be my imagination. But it's getting closer. And closer. And closer. And closer. They're gone. Right, there's no way someone could be there. What I love is the minute he or she says that, it's like, you were saying hello. It's like, okay. Oh, this is, you guys have to listen to this. Turn your volume up. It's creepier that way. Headphones on.
Open your eyes.
What do you want me to do? I'm leaving this up to you guys. So I can open my eyes or I can not open my eyes. No. You're like, absolutely not. If you open your eyes, I'll disown you. No? Okay, we'll go with no. I don't open my eyes.
Open your eyes. Look at me.
Oh, you mean to like the very end? I do my best to ignore the voice.
Why won't you look at me?
Because you broke into my house.
Where are your manners? If a stranger asks for help, is it right to ignore them?
He's just your crazy neighbor.
Is that how it is?
That you've never heard him whisper before, so you're like, who the hell is this? I can feel someone breathing over my ear. It's cold.
I will share a secret with you. I have never seen myself before.
Yeah, I don't sound the same when I whisper.
I don't know if my face is ugly.
Neither do I, because I'm not gonna look at you unless I have to.
I don't know the color of my skin. I don't know if I'm even here. That is why I need you to open your eyes. So you can tell me how I look.
I do feel really, really bad for him though, because he doesn't seem like he's like so much a bad person as just someone who's like, well, Guess I'll go in this house today.
But I'm also shy. So I might hide the moment you do. You won't find me anywhere. And soon, you will forget. Like a faded dream.
I've already got goosebumps, man. I've already played this once and my skin is just like covered in goosebumps. I'm like, fantastic.
I know you're not asleep. You listen with those tiny ears of yours. They look so fragile. Like I could almost grab them.
I feel something caress my ear.
Put my fingers around them. And tear them off. If I do, will you scream? Will I hear your voice? It was a joke. I'm joking.
Don't you know a joke when you hear one? Damn. Just kidding. I'd never rip your ears off. Jeez.
Don't be scared.
Oh, sure. I'm not scared. Who's scared? Whatever. Guess I have an early morning.
How do you think my eyes look? When our cases finally meet, what will you find? Answer me.
Alright. Broken, empty, or lost? Broken? Alright, we'll do broken. They look broken.
They look broken.
What's that sound? My computer's making noise. Oh, no, that's not broken. That's I've been on a bender and haven't gone to sleep
Maybe
ever.
so.
Oh, it's my phone. That's what it is. It's because you're talking to me on my phone. What's that noise?
I'm always training my sight to stare at what's in front of me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he is. I can't see because I'm always in the dark.
Searching for that one precious thing. It's what drives me to look inside places, such as this. But sometimes I strain so hard, little pieces seem to fall off my face,
What?
one after another.
I'm hoping that's like a metaphor, you know, for like face cramps.
Making a cracking sound as they go.
My face hurts when I stare too hard. I should probably get glasses. I don't know.
A sound like
Hey, don't drop stuff on my house. Listen, anything you leave here, I have to vacuum up. So could you not drop pieces of your face all over the place? Thank you.
in my desperation, I always attempt to piece them back together.
I'd just put them in a bag, and then the next person who is like, sure, I'll help you, I'd just be like, here, super glue, man.
I kneel and search for the missing fragments of myself. But they are never there.
So it's both a metaphor and not at the same time.
Maybe the wind takes them somewhere out of my reach. And that makes me sad. So sad, I put my hands where my eyes should be. And I borrow my fingers. And I take it out.
You probably shouldn't be taking your eyes out of your face. That's probably why you've never seen yourself keep popping your eyes out, bro.
I take everything out.
I know I'm talking a lot, but it's because I'm nervous.
Every little piece that remains.
Well, at least it sounds dry, so vacuuming should be easy. So
Harder, furiously, and wallowing in sorrow. I pray to whoever's listening to give back what's mine. To not make me lose more than I've already lost. I don't want to waste my time and search for more than I care for.
It's gonna be a mess. He's just scraping pieces off his face and just like, here, I keep dropping them. How do you like that? I'm like, I don't. I just vacuumed this floor. Steve the monster. I'd make him vacuum. I just keep my eyes closed and be like, the vacuum's over here. Clean up your mess.
Yet no one delivers.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Thank you for jumping in and doing the lurk.
No one is listening. And so I weep invisible tears until I can feel the sorrow no more. Hey,
Ashley, he kind of reminds me of the character that we just wrote, who like doesn't know how to interact with others. He's just very demanding.
have you ever strained yourself so hard to see what you want to see that you end up blinding yourself to all?
Only if I'm staring at the sun, Steve the monster.
Have you?
I remain silent.
These eyes.
You're like very soft under the breath, like doesn't really know how to, word stuff in a way that doesn't sound like he's about to rip your throat out and feed it to you.
Are these my eyes?
Yes or no? He wants to know if these are his eyes. There should be like a, I don't know. I have my eyes closed, dude. I have no idea.
A good answer. Yet there is only one way to know the truth.
You know, he could just break into a house and look in the mirror. You know, he doesn't have to come in my room and make jokes about taking my ears off my head.
Open your eyes.
We still going with no? You want me to just try to go as far as I can? Hopefully,
So you won't look
hopefully he won't literally bite my head off. Like, oh, I see, well, fuck you. It's like, dude, Steve, you broke into my house, okay? I didn't come into your hole in the ground and, start talking about hot fries. Oh, no, not, and I get inspiration for our characters from a lot of things, so,
so
you know.
pretty.
My eyes are closed. You don't know. For all you know, I could have no eyes.
I can't see them, but I can imagine them behind their veil of flesh.
My eyes are blue, with a yellow around the pupil, if you guys were wondering. In real life, not in the game. I have no idea what this character looks like.
Round like pearls. And shiny like jewels. So pretty.
A breath of cold air caresses my eyelashes.
It's fine. We still have time. The night is still and silent.
I hope this is freaking everyone out. He's just breathing on my face. I can hear him.
People are good at closing their doors. Do you know what a door is?
Yes. Because I left mine open like a dingus. Obviously.
Of course you know. You have one. Right there. At the verge of your little world. A door is a barrier to keep the bad out. The bad can be anything. arson, a bad smell.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes, me.
The boys are at that age where we're teaching them how to knock on doors and stuff. You know, but they're 7 and 8, so their bedroom door stays closed at night. My bedroom door stays closed at night, and if one of them needs me, they come and knock on my door, and then crack it open to get my attention.
I can't open doors. I find them tricky. Should I push or pull?
You just try both, unless there's like a sign on the door, but then sometimes even I'll pull on the push and push on the pull, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm stuck inside forever because I can't decide. But just most doors in bedrooms, I think, swing inward, so they're not like in the hallway. So yeah, remember that. There's a pointer.
Should I turn the knob left or right?
There's a tip.
Should I try to take it off its hinges?
Now, see, if he wanted to get someone to open their eyes, he could just break the door completely off the wall, and I guarantee you they would wake up and look at you.
Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart?
Oh, hey. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. So I was making pizza for my children, and I set an alarm on my phone, which did not go off. So I might not have pushed the button hard enough on the screen. So I burnt the pizza. So yeah, but they'd already had a bunch of pizza. I was just cooking the leftover, extra, like little Totinos. So yeah, it's pretty much charcoal. I could probably set an extra fire with it if I wanted to. It's fine though. I made him sandwiches. Benjamin was like, Benjamin was slightly disappointed. He's like, are you serious?
And what happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me?
That would be the polite thing to do, Mr. Monster. Just with you on the other side of the door. Like, you go out there and close the door behind you.
Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens if the wind pushes it close? What then? So many options.
It's like this guy's talking about what he's gonna have for dinner. There's so many choices. Like should I have like steak fingers and mashed potatoes, or steak fingers and French fries? But then they're both finger foods, so I don't know. It's like, do you want me to cook for you?
So many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, it paralyzes me. I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses. Because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me out. It fills me with the need to go in, so I search for a crevice or a window.
On a side note, there was this is gonna be a weird segue, I think. There was a serial killer, like in the 70s, I think. His excuse, or for like how he picked the houses he was going to go into, was if the door was unlocked. And he said, if the door was unlocked, then that means it's okay to go in. Like they're inviting you to come inside. But if the door was locked, then he would just be like, well, I guess they don't want friends today. He would just go to the next house until he found one where the door was unlocked. And then he'd go in and he'd kill those people.
Anything that might be open. Anything that might let me in.
Yeah, I had someone I was talking to one day, I think they were in Canada, and they were like, well, we don't keep our doors and windows locked at night. It's like, because we're not scared. It's like, then why would you do that unless you're scared to live there? I'm like, no, it's better safe than sorry. Just because something, bad hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that it can't. It's just being prepared.
I'm not good with doors.
It's like,
As long as there's a place where I can fit, then I can go in anywhere. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the streets.
This is why I'm pretty sure he's some sort of demon or like boogeyman type creature, because he can just be like, oh, there's a crack, let's go in there.
I'm careful so as to not be caught by the light. In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest.
Ooh, sorry guys.
I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable, without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes,
He's just telling me how much, you know, when he slips into people's houses, he likes to sleep in attics and cellars and basements and closets and stuff.
Just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness, for someone to be at the other end, awake, as if expecting me. But you won't look at me, even though you had your door open for visitors. Why is that? Are you afraid?
No. I've got an early morning, okay? And you're leaving your mess everywhere, and I'm gonna have to get up extra early to clean it up. So, you know, rude.
Do I scare you? No, that can't be it. We have been chatting for so long.
Off. Ugh.
You haven't chased me out.
Or set up screaming, like a normal person would have been yelling, like freaked out by now.
That means you welcome me. So I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand,
Something moves over my bed sheets.
you would reciprocate and grasp it. I'm sure your hands are warm. So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands look? When my warmth finally meets yours, how will it feel? Answer me.
Okay, tired, deceitful, or incomplete. I think I picked tired last time, right? And they were all like spindly, and I'm like, I like the spider fingers. Alright.
They look incomplete.
Delicious. Oh, look at all the missing bits.
That may be so.
Well, I'm calling the cops. I need an adult.
Amidst my travels, I have lost more than I can imagine. I have left people behind. People who were my chat companions, just like you are now. So it's no wonder that by leaving them behind, I will leave parts of me as well.
You know, I can deal with the tired fingers, the long spindly alien fingers. Those aren't so bad. But dude, you gotta stop leaving pieces of yourself on the floor. All right, that's an even bigger mess for me to clean up.
Things such as skin or flesh
Everyone leaves skin cells. Remember that.
or bones.
I don't leave bones behind though, so I need those.
Or anything that makes me me. As farewell gifts, you could say.
You know, you could just leave me like a drawing, or you know, make me like or hot fries. You could leave me a bag of hot fries instead of your fingies.
It sounds like an excuse. That's because it is. Because I am careless and overly curious. I can't help but wonder how everything feels to the touch. Like the crust of a tree, or the surface of a frozen lake. But sometimes I find something else. Like a building engulfed in a raging fire. I think of the screams in the distance, or the suffering and death and charred skin, and wonder, how does that feel? So I put my hands to the fire. It hurts, but I tolerate it, and keep them there, for long enough that the uncomfortable feeling dissipates, and the smell of
I'm really happy that I picked tired last time because he didn't talk about burning his hands. It's like, dude, that's not fire hot.
That horrible but intoxicating feeling. I seek such extreme sensations. The edge of a knife sometimes provides it. Other times, the fangs of a beast. Most times, however, it's by mere accident.
Yeah, it seems with the choices I made when I recorded it were a lot more sad, whereas this, with like the being incomplete and stuff, it feels like he like revels in the pain and stuff like that, and the agony.
I would place my fingers over a benign surface, only to discover it's covered in spikes. And I would leave my hands there as I traverse along it, leaving parts of my body as a farewell gift. In that sense, it's not so different from what I was saying before. The fire and the blades are friends. They have granted me times of great fun.
Look, don't be chopping me up and eating me, okay? You broke into my house. I'm being polite by letting you stay.
So, it's only polite to leave something of yours as a sign of thanks.
Don't.
But there's one thing I've always loathed from these encounters. They're always painful. I'd rather they weren't. Hey, have you ever placed yourself in harm's way, only to feel a satisfaction you've realized is not yours? Have you?
I've put myself in harm's way, and there was nothing satisfying about it. Because it was for different reasons than why he's doing it. I remain silent.
These hands. Are these my hands?
I'm gonna say yes. He seems to like it when you're like, uh-huh. Does that sound good? Yeah, those are your hands. Yeah, of course. We'll do yes.
A good answer. Yet, there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes.
Do I open my eyes? I think not. Let's see how far we can take this before he has a full-blown, like, meltdown or something.
So you won't look at me. Even though my hands could be the same as yours.
I can guarantee, without a shadow of a doubt, they don't look like this. Nope.
Think about it. Maybe you and I are similar. No, I know we are. I can feel it in my skin. Oh. Can you hear it? My skin is pulsating. It has been long since this happened. It's a sign of my innermost emotions flowing out. I wander the world, wanting to be seen. I'll be satisfied as long as someone tells me how I look. But it's not like anyone will do. If it did, then it would be oh so easy. Since I could show myself to everyone at once, every living person in this land, and ask them all the same question. Someone will answer, there's no doubt about it. But it might not be the answer I wish for, since I don't want to be judged.
Yeah, they could set you on fire, like immediately. Like, okay, that thing needs to calm down.
I don't want to be perceived as something I'm not. It scares me. That is why, when When someone is on the verge of looking at me, I shy away. I hide, fading into the dark. But you might be different.
It's almost like he's representative of those things you sometimes see out of the corner of your eye, where you think you see movement or someone, and then you turn and you look and there's no one there. It's like that sort of thing, you know?
If it's you, it might be possible to stand still, if only for a second. That way you can help me, and we can both be fulfilled. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel something. I cannot describe it. I am not good with words. There was a person in my past who taught me to speak like a person. They were not good at it either. And thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did. Simply because they could. It is weird to remember. Because it makes me think of why I want to be seen. And I am not. Sure. I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can. Because everyone gets to be recognized. But me. But I will. Soon. Once you open your eyes. There it is again. Just thinking about the moment you unveil your sight onto me. And you finally take those bed sheets off your body. And you inspect every crevice of mine. And you finally open those tight lips of yours to let me hear what I am.
Yeah, see, with the other choices I made, he didn't sound so serial killery. Like, he just sounded super sad. So I was like, oh, poor monster.
Give me
And this one, I'm like, please don't eat me. We can be friends. You can live in my closet, under my bed. It's always dark in those two places.
It makes me feel, but I don't know what.
No, in this way, he's like, I am going to eat your skin. I'm like, it's fantastic.
Surely it would be evident if you were to look at my face. Hey, what does my expression look like?
Yeah, that's how I imagine his dad. Very abusive and very stabby.
When that veil of uncertainty finally disappears, what will we convey to each other?
And for anyone who's watching and is confused by what she's talking about, she and I write together, and we just finished working on a story where there was this being that the main characters met who's been like severely abused, like really bad, and he doesn't know how to interact with people, and he kind of acts like this monster does, where he's kind of awkward and doesn't know how to talk to people. And he kind of has like the whole, you know, like, if you hurt me, I hurt you, it's only fair. He doesn't really feel emotion like a normal person does, so just in case you were like, what are they talking about?
Answer me.
Okay, cheerful smile, surprised grimace, emotionless stare. I picked the smile last time, correct? Yeah, because I wanted him to kind of look like the sad happy. If that makes any sense. Like, he's kind of like down, but he also just wants friends. That's how I pictured him. Yeah, since we're already, you know, making him as crazy as possible. So an emotionless stare.
An emotionless stare.
Yep. That just
That may be so.
brings it all together right there. He looks kind of like, like he's a bit like, he's very, I don't like this. I need an adult.
Expressions are difficult. They require one's face to contort in many different ways. I am not capable of that.
You just need practice, man. You gotta work the muscles.
Everything about me is stiff. From the way I walk, to the way I talk, to the way I feel. It is something I noticed long ago. I may hurt and I may grow, but I do not change. Not in the way other people do. People interact with each other. They form connections. They experience thrills. A person becomes someone different with each passing second, turning old and perishing. However, I don't think I'm capable of any of those things. My journey began long ago, longer than any person has ever journeyed. And in my life, I have seen others born and die, born and die. A person's existence is so fleeting, and yet so many things happen to them, so many worthwhile memories. It is something I lack. Were I to write a book, I could not fill a single page. It's not for the lack of memories, but rather because these memories mean nothing to me, save for a minuscule number. They are all the same, blending with each other into a mottled gray, lacking the meaning people often give to that which they care about. Perhaps if someone else had lived what I had, they would see meaning.
This is how I think that, like, most vampires probably feel. You know, after, like, the first, like, 1,000 or so years, everything just kind of starts to blur together and they don't really feel the same about life as they did before, you know?
They would treasure it, but I cannot. No matter how I try, I can't see any worth in what I do, and by extension, in what I am. I want for someone to tell me how I look, yet I don't see that as important.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, if they're alone, like this creature is, then they probably just don't have they don't have that same meaning. They don't have that same will to live. You know, it's like he's seeking out a connection, but he doesn't know how to make that connection, and he runs away from that connection.
No one but me would care, so why should I care? But that doesn't mean I have never felt. I feel things. Joy, sorrow, fear. I am always feeling. And right now, I am feeling strongly. It's here, in my pulsating skin. You say my expression is emotionless, that it shows nothing, and if you say so, it must be true. But soon you will see something.
I imagine this guy stares at people a lot. That's why his eyes hurt so much.
Because what I'm feeling is not nothing. Hey, have you ever masked yourself with indifference, only to hide the overwhelming emotions hiding beneath? Have you?
I remain silent.
This expression, is this my expression?
We're gonna go with yes.
I see.
He seems to like the yes, and then the no later.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Get out.
You have truly helped me tonight. These are my eyes. These are my hands. And this is my expression.
Okay. So the last time I played this, when I recorded it, I said yes. We've decided that we're going to go with no, and we'll see what he does.
No. I see. I understand. No, it's fine. You have still helped me by answering my questions. No one has done that for me before. So I have no right to ask for anything else.
Oh.
No. That is a lie. Ever since I stepped into this room, you have refused to engage with me. Not even once. Not even once, not even once, not even once, not even once, not even once. Not even once. Did you open your eyes? Not even once. Did you look at my face?
Oh, he's having a meltdown.
You stayed there, acting as if you were asleep,
Code Red.
feigning ignorance and not moving an inch. At times making me believe that our conversation was just in my head. You haven't opened your mouth, but you didn't need to. I can hear far, far beyond what most others can. And I can see further than what others would consider the dark, empty bottom. That's why I know that I wasn't wrong. You are, like me, we are the same. You too, look for what's not there. You too, reach out for what might hurt you. And you too are a liar. The type that shows one thing and feels another. But you made a mistake. I know you're lying, because every answer you've given me so far has been wrong. I am not what you said I am. These eyes, these hands, this expression. They aren't mine. Maybe they are yours. But I do not care. Not anymore. Open your eyes. I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want to be perceived.
If you
as
could see
something
me, I'm like
not.
leaning away from my computer screen. I'm like, no.
And that's all you did. So now, you will open your eyes and see me for what I truly am. You said so. Remember that in this room, you know how everything looks. It was those words that brought me here.
Because he can read my thoughts. He heard my thoughts about... You're like, get out, this is scary.
So you have to. You have to do right by that which you claimed. It is time. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
No. I want to keep saying no. I need my mommy.
You had your chance. It's not up to you anymore. You won't open your eyes. I will.
Something coils around my head. The pressure around my skull is unbearable. I hear something shatter.
Your eyes are as beautiful as I imagined. Tell me, my new friend, what do you see?
I want to answer, but they've grabbed onto my head and won't let me talk. But what I see is... I close my eyes.
That won't do. Open your eyes. Open them. Open them now. Open, open, open. Open, open, open. Open, open, open.
You know, the guy who does the voice for this thing is fantastic.
Oh no. It seems I did it again. You can't see anymore, right? You can't talk anymore, right? You can't think anymore, right? Then, this is farewell. Thank you for trying, friend. Even though you were a liar, I leave this piece of myself here with you. I must go. I must look for the right person. Someone who can tell me how I look. Someone who can explain to me why everyone looks like that when they do.
Yeah, what do you think of it so far? There's something in my hand. It's what they left behind. What is it? It feels important. But I can no longer open my eyes. What did he do to me? Did he blind me? Am I dead? Like, it sounded like he was beating the absolute snot out of me, like slamming my head into my headboard or something. I mean, I still have enough thought process that I can think about what's happened to me, but I wonder what he did. Wow, he went from... It's crazy how, depending on your choice, he can go from sad to absolutely, like, terrifyingly creepy. Like, I don't know about that. You know what we're gonna do, though, real quick? Which is probably a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway, because, I want to. We're going to immediately open our eyes real quick. Just to see what happens. I'm just curious. So I'm just gonna click through the dialogue that we've already read. And I'm gonna immediately open my eyes to look at him because maybe I get a different ending, maybe he kills me again, maybe he leaves immediately, I don't know. We'll find out how bad it is. If you click really fast, the footsteps sound like he's sprinting down the hall to come give you kisses.
Hey.
Ah! Hey.
Open.
Yes. There's nothing there. Alright. Good game, guys. Up top. Well, that was, very anticlimactic. Alright. That was what I would like to call the safe option, I guess. So I've gotten the no end. I'm gonna call that one the no end. The good end, which I think the good end was, when I opened my eyes after, telling him about his expression. And he, you know, he just winds up disappearing. And then the bad end, where he beats me to death and leaves, maybe he left me an eyeball or a finger or those hot fries. All I know now is that I'm dying, and I'm not going to be able to clean up the huge mess that he made. If I'm not dead, maybe I'm just a little, you know, brain messed up, and I'm blind. If I live, I'm going to have to get, like, a maid or something to clean up the mess. Of course, you know, I was saying that I knew where everything was, even without my sight. So if I didn't die, and I do wind up just blind, I'll still be able to find my way around. But if he comes back, it's like, joke's on you, sucker. I can't see because of you. And I don't really know if he feels bad or not for killing you. He seems like maybe a little bit, but not, like his emotion's not quite all there as far as murdering you goes. He was like, whoops, I did it again. Sorry about that. Here's a piece of my body. I'm going to go find someone else to torment in the dark. It's like, alright, good talk. See you later. But yeah, that was Don't Open Your Eyes. How do you guys feel about that ending and the choices? Tell me. This game is on itch.io or itch.io. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and I don't really care, but it's a name your own price game, so you can get it for free, but you know, the developers, like, you know, whatever, $1 or $2. Yeah, I can do it again. Maybe I'll find the link real quick and put it in chat, and then if you guys want to go play it, you can, and then I'll do the other options that we haven't chosen. That was definitely something, and I really enjoyed this game, even though that was a lot more messed up than I was hoping. See if I can. There it is. That way you guys can go and look at it. There you go. That's the link to the actual game. And I don't know how many different endings there are, but so far I've gotten 3. I'm guessing that anytime you open your eyes, he just disappears. Northbound is very interesting. It really makes me appreciate, you know, the friendships I have. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead to when he asked me about his eyes. I'm gonna tell him, no, I'm not gonna open my eyes, and then we'll go from there with his other dialogue, just to see what he says. Yeah. Doing some wicked ass hairstyles today. Do you do like styling, or do you just like cut and like buzz and stuff like that? Like what all do you do? You're just like, I don't know what's happening, but that guy's whisper is on point.
Open.
No.
Open. Why? Where for strange is that?
Yes. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna get to this next choice here.
That is so you can tell me.
I know how you look. You look how my imagination says. It's not. I know. I'm skipping ahead to the next choice because it's the important one. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna run down and get me some more coffee, check on the kids, and then I will be right back. So if you guys want to get coffee or water or a snack, please go do that real quick, and I will be back in just a second. back. I got my coffee. The kids are fine. They ate their sandwiches. Their hunger is satisfied. All right. Okay, so you do all the haircuts. Nice. All right. So this time we did broken and lost. So this time it's empty, yeah? Spilled my coffee. It's hot. Yep, I'm back. So this time it would be empty, correct? Yeah, because I did lost for my first one. We had broken for the last one, so this time it's empty. They look empty. You know, like just the socket. It's gonna be gross, watch.
They look empty.
Sorry. They look like lemon slices.
That may be so.
Sorry, Steve the monster.
The eyes are the window to the soul. That's what someone told me long ago.
Do you like my lemon slices? I do. Don't eat me.
They said that the soul was holy.
I wonder if the person... I'm sorry about the loud noise. I accidentally picked something up with my cup. I wonder if the person who taught him how to talk was like a priest or something.
Bright. Beautiful. Every person
Or
has
like a
one,
monk or...
both the good and the evil. But that person said I was the exception. That something like me couldn't possibly own something so holy.
Ouch! No wonder this dude has such a stigma about himself. That's just plain messed up, man. I'm sorry.
So bright. So beautiful. They looked inside of me, took a deep breath, and announced their conclusion with great fatigue. Their eyes that could see it all, couldn't find anything in there.
Well, they weren't searching hard enough, because when I made you all sad and depressed and just wanting friends, you seemed very sweet.
I'm sure that if you were to cut me apart, not even blood would flow out.
Except for the ear joke. Not cool. We're gonna have to work on your humor.
Even if I felt it sometimes, crawling through my veins. Maybe that's why I've never seen myself before. Because I'm empty. But isn't that something to be grateful for? Because if I were to look and find nothing there, then surely I would feel disappointed. By not looking, I can ease myself of that pain.
I don't know, life without disappointment can be kind of boring.
So maybe
Disappointment
this
is what
for
makes
the
us
best.
grow, man.
I can't remember who was the first to recite these words to me,
Did you bash that person's head in?
nor the second, nor the third,
I guess not, if they looked at you, huh?
nor the several others who came after. The only thing I remember is that they looked as empty as I did to them. Hey, have you ever felt so empty, so devoid of what makes everyone special, that you've embraced the void as your own? Have you?
I remain silent.
These eyes, are these my eyes?
Yes.
A good answer. Yet there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes
No. I will at the end.
so you won't look at me. Even though your eyes are so pretty, I can't see them, but I can imagine them behind their veil of flesh, round like pearls, and shiny like jewels. So, so pretty.
A breath of cold air caresses my eyelashes.
It's fine. We still have time. The night is still and silent.
Stop breathing on me.
People are good at closing their doors. Do you know what a door is? Of course you know. You have one. Right there. At the verge of your little world.
To be honest, I just want to listen to this guy do his creepy whisper voice, even though I've already heard him say this stuff. He's just really, really good at it, and I really hope that he gets to do more stuff like this.
Smell. Sometimes, me, I can't open doors. I find them tricky. Should I push or pull? Should I turn the knob left or right? Should I try to take it off its hinges? Should I chip away at it, hoping it will fall apart? What happens when it opens? Do I close it behind me? Do I keep it open? But that might be rude to the person who had it closed. But then, how do I get out? And what happens if the wind pushes it close? What then?
Oh my god, I listen to him all the time. One of my, cry. I love listening to him read creepypastas and no sleeps. He was very good at it, but I think this guy, if he, really, got on there and started reading all of them, I think he would, I think he'd make a killing, because his voice is just that right amount of immediately gives you
So many
goosebumps.
options.
Like, from the very first, hey, I'm like, no thanks.
So many things that could go wrong. Whenever I stand in front of a closed door, it paralyzes me. I stare at it for a long time and think of my excuses, because that's all they are. What bothers me the most about closed doors is the idea they exist to keep me out. It fills me with the need to go in, so I search for a crevice or a window.
I would love to do, voice acting. I think it would be a lot of fun. Not as, a career, but I think it's just I got to voice a character once. I think it'd be really
Anything
fun.
that might be open. Anything that might let me in. I'm not good with doors, but as long as there's a place where I can fit, then I can go in anywhere. Every night, I hop across the shadows of the streets. I'm careful, so as to not be caught by the light.
He should to get doors open, he should use the Leon Kennedy, Claire Redfield method of running face first into the door at full sprint. That always seems to open it for them.
In my eternal search, I pick a place where to rest. I slip in and spend the night wherever is comfortable, without alerting anyone. Usually it's a cellar, an attic, anywhere with dust, with dirt. I feel at home there. But sometimes, just sometimes, an urge swells inside of me. The urge to be seen. So I search hard for a door that's open, for an entryway covered in darkness.
You shouldn't be slipping into things without asking first.
For someone to be at the other end, awake, as if expecting me.
You know, I'm fine with him sitting next to me and whispering in my ear. At least he didn't do the whole it moves and crawl into my bed and try to pull me into a wall dimension.
But you won't look at me, even though you had your door open for visitors. Why is that? Are you afraid? Do I scare you? No, that can't be it. We have been chatting for so long. You haven't chased me out. That means you welcome me. So I'm certain that if I were to reach out my hand,
Something moves over my bed sheets.
you would reciprocate and grasp it. I'm sure your hands are warm. So very warm. Because people are always warm. Hey, how do my hands answer me.
So now deceitful, which I don't know what deceitful hands look like, but we're about to find out.
They look deceitful.
Yeah, tentacles. Woo!
That may be so.
How does my mind conjure this up as deceitful? Are octopuses deceitful? I don't understand. Now he just looks super. He's got his lemon slice eyes and his tentacle hands.
These hands of mine tend to squirm into places I could never imagine.
That's what she said.
Be it tiny holes in the walls.
Okay, now you're
housing
just.
arachnids of all sizes.
Now you're just getting really weird.
Or the pockets of midnight walkers.
Uh-oh.
Strolling the parks that sometimes serve me as home.
What does that mean? Hold on, I gotta check on something real quick. Okay, it's still streaming. So it was just my browser, like, freaked out. Okay. What? You put your hands in people's pockets?
These fingers squirm in and drag out what they find.
He just has like a bunch of car keys. So people are like, damn it, where are my keys?
So now I carry all sorts of trinkets
Yep.
with me. Keys,
Mm-hmm.
peeping gadgets, notes with love poems in them,
Aw.
the corpse of one or two insects, eventually eaten away by those who come take their place. I keep everything with me, regardless of their use.
I want to meet the guy whose pocket you dug into and got bugs.
But sometimes
That guy's a serial killer.
I feel bad,
Aw.
because maybe it was something important. The person I took them from could be distraught, their happiness shattered, their lives ended. So I consider maybe dropping them somewhere in the park. But what if I need them? What if the keys can one day open the door I want? What if the poems help me befriend a new partner? What if the arachnids serve me as unlikely sustenance? There are too many ifs. But I'm also too afraid to find out the truth. So I let them stay with me, slowly becoming a part of me, helping me grow. I've grown so much. I had to lower my head when entering your room. These fingers won't stop.
No, you don't have fingers, you have tentacles. Pay attention.
Squirming and coiling around everything they feel. And I can only hope they merely take what they need. I would be saddened if my body grew too much, because I wouldn't get to enter rooms like yours anymore. Hey, have you ever attempted to help yourself grow by mercilessly taking away from someone else?
No.
Have you?
I remain silent.
These hands, are these my hands?
Yes.
A good answer.
I know, because you haven't strangled me with them yet.
Yet, there is only one way to know the truth. Open your eyes
Not happening. I want to see what mouth I get to choose for you first.
so you won't look at me,
Because I feel like it's going to be weird.
even though my hands could be the same as yours. Think about it. Maybe you and I are similar. No, I know we are. I can feel it in my skin.
Alright. I had to go tell the boys to not be so loud. Because I could hear them through their closed door and my closed door over my headphones. That means they're being too loud. Alright.
Oh. Can you hear it?
I think they were wrestling, but I'm not sure.
It has been long since this happened. It's a sign of my innermost emotions flowing out. I wander the world, wanting to be seen. I'll be satisfied as long as someone tells me how I look, but it's not like anyone will do. If it did, then it would be oh so easy, since I could show myself to everyone at once, every living person in this land.
This creature really does just sound
Ask
exhausted.
them all the same question.
He's like, I've been wondering for centuries, and I am just tired.
Someone will answer. There's no doubt about it. But it might not be the answer I wish for.
I wonder how many unsolved murders there have been because people won't look at him.
Since I don't want to be judged, I don't want to be perceived as something I'm not. It scares me. That is why, when someone is on the verge of looking at me, I shy away. I hide, fading into the dark. But you might be different. If it's you, it might be possible to stand still, if only for a second. That way you can help me, and we can both be fulfilled. Just thinking about it, it makes me feel something. I cannot describe it. I am not good with words. There was a person in my past who taught me to speak like a person. They were not good at it either, and thinking back on it, they certainly didn't enjoy it. To teach a wordless being how to talk must be a challenge. Yet, they did.
Weird segue, but I wonder how Robert from Dream Daddy would react to this guy. Since, you know, he likes to go ghost hunting and totally just fuck with everyone.
It is weird to remember.
By the way, for anyone who hasn't played Dream Daddy, fantastic game. Ashley, you've seen me play it 3 times all the way through. Now I'm on my 4th. Yeah, my 4th playthrough of it. Craig was definitely my favorite. Robert was very sad. And Damien was just adorable.
Because it makes me think of why I want to be seen.
Okay.
And I am not. Sure. I don't care much for my appearance. I don't want to be judged. But if that were it, I could easily stay out of sight. So why is it? Why do I want someone to recognize me so much? Maybe it's only because I can, because everyone gets to be recognized. But me, but I will. Soon, once you open your eyes. There it is again. Just thinking about the moment you unveil your sight onto me. And you finally take those bed sheets off your body. And you inspect every crevice
So this time it's surprised, right? Yeah, because the cheerful smile was the one I gave him before, because I wanted to, like, juxtapose the sad, sad eyes I'd given him. Alright, it's a surprised grimace, which I'm very nervous to know what he thinks surprised is.
A surprised grimace.
Wait for it. Sorry. I just hit my microphone. Hi! It's not even scary now. Aww. Oh, this is great. I like this.
Tonight is the first I hear about my eyes. Or my hands. And the new and unexpected is always a source of surprise. People always act surprised when I show myself before them.
Trying not to laugh over his new dialogue.
So it makes sense that my appearance would surprise me as well. At times, they stop moving, merely looking at me in awe. At others, they scream and run and exhaust themselves to the point they can't think. Others, they don't feel much at all. They sit and stay and attempt to talk. I don't like when they do that. It's like they are not seeing me, not recognizing me. I much prefer when they freeze. I much prefer when they scream. A reaction is what I want. It's a sign that I am there.
Yeah, see, he doesn't understand. Like, people wanting to stay and talk is also a reaction to the fact that he's something new and unexpected and strange. He thinks that they have to either be shocked or terrified. He doesn't really understand.
And that my existence means something to them. That's why I like you. You did not scream, yet you did not run either. You were surprised and averted your eyes, but instead, you stayed, listening, acknowledging. You were the first to do this for me. You were new and unexpected. Yet, how odd. Is this really surprise? No. You say it is, so it must be true. But what I'm feeling right now, what I'm experiencing, it's not the same as those who've seen me. As if their surprise was something different from mine. Hey, have you ever acted surprised? Not because you are, but because you believe that's how you must feel. Have you?
I remain silent.
This expression, is this my expression?
Yes.
I see. Thank you. You have truly helped me tonight. These are my eyes. These are my hands. And this is my expression. I consider these my most treasured features, and you have helped me picture them all. No one has done this for me. I feel a connection with you, one born out of honest gratitude. But there's one step left. You need to make sure of the truth. It is the only way to finally understand each other. So please, I beg of you, open your eyes.
Alright, I'm gonna say yes this time just because I don't want to go out on a death. Oh, he definitely would. He'd be like, what do you think I look like? They're like, I don't know. It's like, come on, just describe it for me. Just look at me, man. They're like, no. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean, no? Come on. I open my eyes. There's nothing there. So this whole thing makes you think, Was he really there? Is he some sort of demon or creature of the night? Or was this all in our character's head? It's late at night. Maybe they're starting to get the, tired hallucinations and stuff. I like to think that he was real, you know. And this ending and the first one I did both made me feel very sad for him. Like he wants this connection with someone, anyone, and he has trouble finding it and holding on to it, and he doesn't really understand how one keeps a human connection because he's not human. He's something else altogether, so he doesn't understand how to be human. He doesn't understand how to be a man. He just understands how to be a monster. So he creeps into houses at night and tries to get people to describe him and look at him, and when they don't, he bashes their head in. But yeah, the very first ending in this one really delves into the emotion of the character, I think. But the second one that we did was so much creepier. This one was adorable. Just he looked so weird. I loved it. He didn't look scary. He looked like something you'd be like, oh my gosh, look at you. Aren't you just adorable to stare at? But I like that. I like the not dead ending. And I also like the one where you just immediately open your eyes and he's like, see ya. he just leaves. He's like, bye. I was like, hey, you just break into my house and not talk after that. Of course, even when he forces you to open your eyes, you don't really get much of a detailed look at him. It's just like the fuzzies. And I don't know if that's because he cracked your head open or what. I can't see you when my brain's hanging out. That was good, though. Everyone who watched, thank you for coming in and watching. Tell me what you think. What do you think of this weird game, and are you going to play it? Even after you've seen all this, maybe you'll go the whole way telling him about his expressions, and then at the end when he's all like, "Is this my expression?" and you say no, I wonder if he'll rip your tongue out or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think so too. I think my eyes got squashed out of my head. Because I don't think he poked them out. I think he bashed my head into the floor so much that he literally crushed the entirety of my skull. And my final thought was only of what he may have left behind in my hand. Yeah, that was good. The second ending was definitely intense there at the end. The entire game, though, I mean, I've done this 3 times now, and I still get goosebumps every time he starts talking. But yeah, I feel sad. I feel sad for him. Those couple endings. I definitely I think as humans we understand that need for a connection to somebody. So yeah, it just sounds like it's been a rough few centuries for this creature, and he's too scared to stay and talk and stuff. But I left the link to the game in the chat. So please go check it out and support the developer if you would like, because I would like to see him. I think it's a him. I think that I'm not sure if the person who made it did the voice, but I would like to have the guy doing the voice in more games, and I would like the developer to be able to make more games like this, because this one's really good. For a game that you can get for free. I mean, there are games that you pay $50 for and they're awful. The voice acting is bad, or this is just sketched out here. With the weird picture overlay they have and stuff like that. And one voice actor, some really good ambient sound, and most of the time you'll get an expensive game and it'll all be janky. This free game here is amazing. So go show the developer some appreciation. Even if you say, hey, I saw this on the Twitch stream and I played your game and I really liked it, or I thought it was interesting and I want to see more. So yeah. But yeah, thank you all for coming in and watching this super duper creepy horror game. Hopefully I'll get to find more things like this to play for you guys so we can all be scared together, because don't we all just love being scared together? And Ashley, you can go watch that. Was it Northbound you were about to watch? Another really good, really interesting game. Makes me appreciate our friendship even more after the ending of that one, because I don't think that we would ever turn out like those characters did in that game. So yeah, go watch that and tell me what you think, because I like that one too. I found a few really good ones on itch.io lately. So yeah, But I love you guys, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.